All right, so work frenzy on steroid. We have a lot of time left. We have like 3 days left on our force weather. I don't think it's going to cause any problems. We could take out this this mech cluster, but I'm just kind of tempted to sort of leave it. We also still have this low shield here. Oh, which is shut down. I didn't actually know you could shut these down. So I guess all we can do is we'll be able to get a shield core from that eventually. But at some point, I'm going to work on this. Let's stun the rhino. Relocate. Jump packs are OP. And then let white go to town. That's exactly what I'm doing, Stefan. Is I've left them here because they're just kind of sitting here doing their own thing, and I've been, you know, fine with them. I'm amazed that they still haven't attacked. Normally, I can't remember which it was. I think this was a dense fog spewer right here, but this mech cluster has been around forever, and they are hostile to me, but they're not going to, they're at least currently not attacking. At some point they will. And sort of the worst case scenario is that somehow they get triggered to attack while another attack is going on. That's kind of the biggest danger. I mean, the other biggest danger is we did go and do several ancient complexes while we were while they were just like hanging out here, and we would send like 11 of our people to go to an ancient complex and leave only a skeleton crew, which is a little risky. Not too bad, but yeah, at the moment they're only a benefit. They've taken out some pirate raids for us, and they are very difficult to defeat because they have this low shield. So anytime bad guys engage with them, they generally line up here and just get absolutely crushed by the mech cluster. I'm still a little nervous about our veg supply. We have a lot of meat, but the veggies are taking their sweet time to come in. We may need to call some bulk traders and see if we can buy some vegetables. I think it was picking up Tony. I don't like how people are so idle right now. Seems like the colony is just running too smoothly at the moment. We need a disaster to settle things down. Everything is too clean. I mean, I don't really want... I guess we could... I'm trying to decide if I just want to put a bank of hydroponics basins here and just grow more grass. Because we certainly have everything we need for it. And we could just kind of do, like... We could just do 5 of these. Like that. And then I'm going to delete this zone. And then expand this zone to include this and include that. All right. That'll be a good compromise. It'll give us a little more rice, which will... I think each pawn, if not eating from a nutrient dispenser, which most of our pawns can if they want to... Oh, yes, Stefan. Everything in RimWorld, I think, generally fits that archetype. Ooh. Yes! So, Stefan, have I told you the story of mugs yet? Are you familiar with mugs? Mugs just got sensory mechanites, which are brutal. But Mugs has been our prisoner for nigh on to 10 years, I think, give or take. And Muggs was a pirate who attacked us and they killed one of our two favorite bears. So we had two bears that were the start of our entire colony's bears. So at the moment, we are sitting on 57 polar bears, and they were all birthed by two bears. Lolita is the mother of bears. Let me find her really quickly. There she is. So Lolita is 24 years old. Has some health conditions, definitely has cataracts, is getting towards the end of her life. Already had a heart attack and died. I did spend a Resmec serum to bring her back. But Lolita, her partner was Nanook. Nanook was a male bear and lived a very long life, was able to populate a staggering number of bears. But one day, a pirate raid came out of nowhere right around here, and Muggs led the charge, and before I could recall the bears, Nanook was right about here and got hit by a Doomsday rocket launcher. And if you're familiar with Doomsday rocket launchers, they look something like this, and it evaporated Nanook. There was no corpse of Nanook that remained after Muggs fired their Doomsday rocket launcher. And so I vowed to torture Muggs for the rest of their existence. So Muggs has no legs. Muggs has a mine screw, a denture, two wooden hands, lives in a room that is constantly too hot, is naked, which is abhorrent to their ideology, is fed nutrient paste, which they hate, sleeps on the ground in an ugly environment, and is in intense pain. And we try to keep Muggs as unhappy as humanly possible. So I certainly would invite, if you have any other ways that you think I could make Muggs less happy, I welcome them, because Muggs is going to, for the remainder of their days, pay a profound debt for taking Nanook away from us in an unrecoverable way. There was no corpse of Nanook to bury, no way to remember Nanook except in stories. But that's why I got so excited, because sensory mechanites is basically the best. Disease for Muggs to get, and the fact that only Muggs got it and it was not on the rest of the colony is just beautifully poetic, and shows that somewhere out there, Tynan has decided to do the same thing. Yes. So in addition to sensory mechanites, I believe you are referring to muscle parasites, which is another great. Is another great. This is the problem with having 57 polar bears, is when 21 of them get the plague. We have a lot of doctors though. But yeah, so there are a handful of diseases that Muggs could get, and those are just random, but when it happens, it's so sweet. And I don't think there's any way you can encourage it. But our crack team of polar bear doctors are going to spring into action and do their best to get all our polar bears healthy, and Muggs is going to continue being fed the worst things possible. One thing that was suggested to me was to feed Muggs fungus, because fungus is hated by most. But unfortunately, or fortunately, Muggs's ideology actually causes insect meat and fungus to be preferred. So Muggs would get a mood bonus if we were to allow them to do that. One thing I also just realized is we've had Muggs for a long time. At some point, Muggs will get old, which will help us. Muggs will at some point potentially get cataracts and a bad back, and we can torture them that way. But and there are also pain garments, like slave garments, that we could put on Muggs, but we can't force Muggs to wear things. Yeah, the problem is we have to butcher the human flesh to do that. So that's a good idea. and is only problematic because we don't have a way to... can we not get these all connected? There we go. So this one can't connect here. So I guess I need to build a power line. At least to there. Yeah, so that's another thing that would... Human flesh would cause our colonists to be sad. Harvesting organs also causes our colonists to be sad. So I tend not to... I tend not to go with those ones. I'm going to move this over here to kind of like hide the fact that I'm extending a power line out here. But yeah, I mean, it is a one-time thing. I think the problem is if... Oh, look at that. Why does Morrison have no opinion of Muggs? That's unfortunate. I don't like that. I mean, Muggs hates all of us, which is great. That's the way we want it. But the fact that we don't all hate Muggs, and Valentin and Morrison actually have no opinion of Muggs is very, very strange. There we go. We got all the hydroponics going. Hopefully those will get planted, and that will help us with our rice situation. Because we did add a colonist, and I think that's what's caused our rice balance to become a rice imbalance. But yeah, I think having organs harvested is also only a temporary negative. Where are we? Where is Valentin right now? Oh, Valentin's in the pod. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, is Morrison in the pod too? That's both of our people who do planting. Two of our best planters, I should say. So I guess we're gonna do some fungus, and then Beebor and Mule will just have to get around to planting this. But we should get this planted sooner. So I'm actually gonna create a urgent zone here and here, and I'm gonna put Mule in urgent and Beebor in urgent just for a second, so that they go and do the planting of the food, so we don't run out of food. Because this will get this growing. I don't really care if the fungus... Alright, we just paused because someone got lit on fire. Okay, was this carrier dryad? Ah, that's annoying. It got its paw blown off. Oh, and now another one is lighting itself on fire? Please, please, carrier dryads. Stop being so profoundly dumb. Okay. Is everything getting planted here? Yeah, it is. Yeah, lightning struck the carrier dryads. All right. These two can go back to work because now everything is planted. And I'm going to clear the urgent zone. Yeah, that carrier dryad, I need to find it again. Because we're going to need to put it in a healing pod. Okay, burned off front left paw for you. Let's healing pod you. Those two are fine. And where's the last one? All right, and this guy will recover because that's only a burn. But this one should create a healing pod, and 3 days from now should come out fully operational again. And our moss is growing little by little, which is creating some beauty over here, some much needed beauty. Gorlin moss is quite attractive. Whoa, Stefan, that is a fun and mind-boggling fact. Uh, I have not seen Passion of the Christ. Was there a scene that made Jim particularly vulnerable or likely to be struck by lightning, or was that just a completely random event? I do see what you did there, Stefan, and I tend to agree that yeah, if you're making a religious movie and someone on your set gets struck by lightning multiple times, you should probably think hard about what's going on. So we have a wild man here, Lewis Dudley, who we will not be recruiting. That's going to be a no from me on Lewis. Lewis can just hang out there. We'll probably come over and maybe eat the fungus. I wouldn't be surprised, but we have some additional hydroponics running, which is going to bolster our rice crop. And give me one moment. I'm just going to go use the restroom very quickly, and I'll be right back. All right. I wanted to look at our social tab because it seems like Edie and Tony. Oh, I like this a lot. So they really like each other. I've been hoping that we could get more people sharing rooms. That's very interesting. Edie had a thing going with Green for a while, but then that fizzled out. I think because Green is a hard worker. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's not going to work out. But I think Edie and Tony have a great relationship, and that would make Edie Kenta's stepmom. I can't express how excited I would be for that to happen. That would actually be incredible. I really hope that the two of them hit it off. Ooh, the weather controller is no longer changing the weather. That means that we have completed that quest. And here comes Luis. So Stefan, Kenta is the character in the colony that I brought into the colony against my better judgment. So Kenta is a hard worker, but he is a slowpoke and jealous, which are two abilities that I would generally not wish on my worst enemy. But Kenta became a bit of a hero among some of the people that were watching on Twitch. Kenta is a bit of a symbol of their sway over me, for lack of a better way to describe it. And then at one point, I don't remember, maybe at one point, Kenta became the hero of the colony to a certain extent. Saved the colony from certain doom, at least a little. Perhaps questionable, depends on who you're referring to. But due to Kenta's kind of like core nature to the narrative of the colony, we later encountered Tony, and Tony is Kenta's father. And so Tony has a very high estimation of Kenta, but Kenta doesn't particularly like his father Tony because Kenta's a hard worker. Yes, so you can really have one jealous person in a colony, Stefan, is the way that I look at it. And so you can tell which bedroom is Kenta's, I presume. Cough, silver tiles, lots of art, very large. Lots of silver dresser, silver end table. Kenta's room is actually quite nice. Extremely impressive. It is the most impressive room in the house. And that kind of works. But at one point I thought Kenta and Edie might get together, but I think it's even more hilarious if Edie falls in love with Tony and becomes Kenta's stepmom. That would just it would be so perfect. Let's see. Is White coming back from meditating? Yeah, let's grab White. I'm gonna have White try and cull some of these small animals. Why is White missing? What in the world was that all about? For context, White is a crack shot, so there is no reason for White to be missing just about anything. Maybe we should make ourselves an army of rats. But yeah, I don't like Slowpoke because I think movement speed is king. Although at this point, I'm relatively sure that he's rocking 2 bionic legs. So his movement's at 125. What does a regular person with 2 bionic legs go by? Wow, we need to upgrade a lot of legs here. Wait, does Slowpoke not do what I thought it did? Hold on, let's double check this. Move speed -2. Oh, but it doesn't show up under health moving. That's interesting. So let's see. So Kenta's movement speed, let's look that up. 5.35. And if we switch over to green, yeah, 6.1. Yeah, so it's a huge and unrecoverable detriment is the way I generally think of it. Slowpoke is just one of those things you can't fix, unfortunately. If someone is a Slowpoke, they will forever be a Slowpoke. I'm gonna bring Valentin out to take out some of these guinea pigs. Wow, Valentin is putting White to shame. They both have one Archotech eye, so there's no excuse. Yeah, Stefan, I eventually sussed that out. It does show up under the movement stat in the info tab. That's the only place. Oops. Sterilize another polar bear. We're starting to get into the danger zone on polar bears again. I like to hover around 50 polar bears. 60 is a few too many. So we may cull the herd at some point, and I think I'm definitely going to start slaughtering the freshly born polar bears. We took a hit at one point and lost quite a few polar bears, so the pendulum has swung the other way, and we are inundated with them now. Strikes me as we are very due for Cassandra to send us a little bit of excitement. Now, I think everyone is still over the moon happy with all relics collected. Why is Bangs always eating without a table? Yeah, finding that balance is always challenging. Ooh, a combat supplier. Nice. Okay, we can sell them all our excess frag grenades and EMP grenades. Why are your Muffalo wandering in such a weird let's get Edie hustling over here, since who knows where they're gonna set up shop. Probably like right around here maybe. Okay, so I want to get rid of all the excess frag grenades. So we'll keep 2 frag grenades. So -7 here. EMP grenades. We'll keep 2, so do that. Molotovs. Same deal. We will keep 2. Now let's see if they have anything we actually want. I'll take their medicine. Don't want any of those shells. Oh, I can probably offload quite a few garbage guns and things as well. Yep. I'm probably going to sell way more than they have the capacity to buy. In fact, I'll probably donate a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're already over, so let's just do that, and then we don't really even need much in the way of what they have to offer. Let's see. Ooh, an excellent prestige cataphract. We should have gotten that sooner, unfortunately. These cataphracts aren't getting used, so that's fine. We'll get rid of all of those flak vests. Alright, we're already looking a lot better, and we still have an assault, chain shotgun, sniper rifle, assault rifle. We'll keep the Doomsdays. We have 2 excellent sniper rifles, that's fine. A poor minigun, don't care. Normal miniguns, 2. We'll keep the charge rifles. Get rid of the good minigun. Alright, we're almost there. We're close enough. There we go. Then we just zone our bears to collect the spoils. Did we miss anything up here? Nope. Looks good. Alright. Nice. That worked out perfectly. What's on fire? Oh, okay. We'll use water skip to beat back some of this. I think this entire blaze was caused by a boom rat that I shot. Hopefully that'll do. All right, Polar Bear 216 got confused because we sterilized it. So I'm trying to remember, Stefan. There's a handy formula that's like, I think it's 2.7 hydroponics basins of rice per pawn, something like that. There is kind of like a known correct equation that I cannot remember off the top of my head. Ooh, shelter for a night. Tell me more. A knight of the Exodus Empire is fleeing from a troubling political situation. Wants hideout for 8 days. Keep their mood above 35. Absolutely. Let's do it for Burden. I don't have enough burdens. Burden's a good one. And we'll have a new friend. Okay, this is your room, Constantinius. Let's assign them there. Okay, Constantinius is going to recreate all day. You're stuck on the work zone. Assign you to that bed. Flip that switch to turn on the hotel. And yeah, you'll eat a lavish meal and that'll bump you up, your mood up, at least initially. One problem that we've run into, that we don't have a great answer for is fundamental reality doesn't allow drug use, which is going to make it very difficult for us to do the royalty ending. But yeah, his mood should be up. Oh, you are happy because you are wielding Murder Knower. Now that's a name. Oh yeah, absolutely, Stefan. There's no harm in having too much food unless it starts to rot. That's the, that's the only thing. Let's see. I guess we should light that hallway. This is the hotel that I created for visiting guests. I guess we should set up Constantinius with some work orders. You're not very good at cooking. Ooh, you're passionate at art. Let's have you do art. We can certainly afford the blocks for it. They're going to be garbage statues. Let's just have him make small sculptures. 10, we'll make them out of marble. And then let's only have him work on it. There we go. So because Constantinius has a burning passion, they will be happy to make said sculptures. And by making the sculptures, they will be happier. Oh yeah, we need to look at what Murder Knower is. Sorry. I got distracted. Murder Knower is a excellent Persona Zeus hammer. Oh, with trait Freewielder. That's interesting. Can I make him drop that? Will that make him unhappy? It says nothing else can be dropped. Can I steal Murder Knower? It seems like I can. That would be insane. I just sniped Murder Knower. Welcome to the team, Murder Knower. You're now mine. You're now my excellent Persona Zeus hammer. Constantinius didn't need it. Constantinius is going to be insanely happy either way. 14 passion for burning, passion for their work. We'll just get their art skill up. Who knew that this quest was going to come with a free Persona weapon with Freewielder on it that is worth 4,000. Yikes! That was quite the windfall that came from that rather innocuous quest. Because if I recall correctly, the shelter for the night quest is giving us a 250 value item. That's actually pretty funny.